Okay, student. Yesterday we were studying about the classification of industries. You know, we studied in this topic on the basis of sources of raw material. That is first agro waste, second is mineral waste. We studied according to their main role. That is the key industries and large dependent industries, which is known consumer industry. Another one we studied on the basis of capital investment. Capital का investment, how much we can invest capital money up to 1 crore, more than 1 crore. This is the investment of capital. ये कहने की capital का investment कहलाता है, right? Next we studied on the basis of ownership. Basis of ownership we studied public sector, private sector, joint sector, and cooperative sector. Also, we studied further classification of industries. That is, okay, it is reconnecting. I think network issue. So first of all, tell me, are you hearing my voice? So please, you can wait. This is the network issue. Once again, it is reconnecting. ये connect हो रहा है. You can wait, student. So please tell me, are you hearing me? क्या आप लोग सुन रहे हैं मुझे? This is very big problem. I hope that you will wait. Okay, very good. So first tell me, student, are you hearing me? Please. I am sorry for that. I am very sorry. It is the network problem. Okay. So don't worry. Don't to be panic. ये network की समस्या आ गई थी. Just after the connecting. Let's start once again. Whatever we studied in this chapter till now, classification of industries. हमने classification of industries को पढ़ा है. I told in this on the basis of raw material पढ़ा है, in which agro waste, whatever the raw material we get from the agricultural area, that is the agro waste, right? Second one we studied the mineral waste, and whatever the minerals we get under the crust in the form of natural resources. Thereafter we manufacture steel, cement, aluminium, machine, tools, petrochemical products, right? And we studied main role, basic or key industries. Basic, it means when we prepare iron and steel, thereafter we would be able to prepare manufactured items, product from steel or metal bar. On the basis of capital, small scale industries and large scale industries. On the basis of ownership, public sector, private sector, joint sector, cooperative sector. Lastly, studied based on the bulk and weight. According to the weight of product and raw material. Product का weight कितना है? Raw material कितना heavy होता है? So first is heavy industries and second is light industries. Heavy industries like cement, sugar and other things, metal work. Light industries, electrical parts, electrical items and electronics. Right. Before it, I want to ask a question. Just immediately reply. If you know, question is that what is the contribution of textile industry towards GDP of India? Once again, I repeat my question. What is the contribution of textile? What is the contribution of textile industry towards GDP of India? हमारे देश की GDP में टेक्सटाइल इंडस्ट्री का कितना कंट्रीब्यूशन रहा है अकॉर्डिंग टू टेक्स्ट बुक? Very good. Who is this? Who is this? Who is this? Who replied? Very good. Very good, बेटा. Just I am hoping that whatever you replied, हम यही उम्मीद करते हैं हमारा क्वेश्चन जाए तो आप लोगों का रिस्पॉन्स मिले. I am very very happy with Karan. Okay, and I am hoping rest of the student आपकी भी आवाज हमें सुनने को मिले. That is the good interaction and we can feel a live class. Okay. Next question. I am asking next question. When and where? Listen to the question. When and where first successful textile mill was established? When and where first successful textile mill was established? Okay, all are correct. Mumbai 1854. Mumbai 1854. Very good. आज मुझे बड़ा अच्छा लग रहा है कि आप लोगों की आवाज सुनाई दे रही है और आप लोग ऐसे ही बीच बीच में अपनी आवाज सुनाया करें तो हमें लगता है कि हम लाइव क्लास पढ़ा रहे हैं. ओके, जस्ट वी स्टार्ट वी लेफ्ट यस्टरडे वी वर स्टडीइंग टेक्सटाइल इंडस्ट्री. सो immediately you can oppose page number 69. That is the map work of textile industry. We can observe the map because of it is very important for annual examination, final examination. Map work, you know, in this map what are the cotton textile center, woolen textile center, silk textile center, in which woolen and cotton are very most important. So what are the centers you can visit? There is no need to one by one I will teach you. Major centers of cotton textile you can see Murshidabad and it means the region of West Bengal, and mostly the concentration of textile industry could be seen on the region of Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh and Maharashtra. There are only 3 states. The concentration of textile industry in our country India, that is Gujarat, the center of Gujarat, Ahmedabad, Rajkot, Porbandar, Vadodara, Surat. Okay, when we talk about Madhya Pradesh, Devas, Ujjain, Indore. In Maharashtra, Aurangabad, Jalgaon, Wardha, Pune, and also Mumbai. Right? These are the center of textile industry. Move further. Page number 70. Page number 70 we will study from the starting. India has the large second installed capacity of spindle in the world. You know, when we talk about the spindle means whatever the production process of yarn, production process of textile industry, that is the spinning. When we spin cotton, जब हम कॉटन को स्पिन करते हैं, that is the requirement of spindle through machine. When we move machine to make yarn, जब धागा बनाते हैं मशीन को मूव करते हैं, so many spindles are moving or rotating to make yarn, धागा बनाने के लिए. So in this regarding we are second largest in the sense of spindle after China. चाइना के बाद हमारा कंट्री सेकंड नंबर पे आता है. How many machines we installed with spindles? राइट। सिंस द मिड 80s, मिड 80s की बात करते हैं, द स्पिनिंग सेक्टर हैज रिसीव्ड ए लॉट ऑफ अटेंशन आफ्टर 1750। 1750 के बाद इंडिया became a largest producer of cotton textile by increasing the efficiency and capacity of spindle and textile. Move further, we have a large share in the world trade of cotton yarn. Also, we are exporting cotton yarn, and lot of yarn we are consuming for knitting and weaving the cloth. So, accounting one fourth of the total trade, one fourth of the total trade of the world. However, our trade in garments is only 4% of the world total. However, just we are manufacturing the garment 4% of the total trade of world clothing or world garment. दुनिया में जितना भी स्टिचिंग ऑफ गारमेंट हो रहा है उसका हम 4% एक्सपोर्ट कर पाते हैं बिकॉज ऑफ लैक ऑफ टेक्नोलॉजी एंड वी हैव टू हाई टेक मशीन्स स्टिच गारमेंट्स एंड डिजाइनर्स और द इंजीनियर्स जस्ट वी आर लैकिंग rather than the developed countries like England, France, Britain, German, USA and Japan also, right? So in this sense, the 4% of the world total or spinning mills are competitive at the global level as capable of using all the fiber we produce. The weaving, knitting and processing units cannot be use much of the high quality yarn that is produced in our country. High quality yarn, whatever we are producing, just we are able to export it to the foreign. We are not able to knit or weave the cloth with a high quality because of lacking technology. Okay, so these are the some large and modern factories in these segment, but most of the production in the fragmentation small units which cater to the local market. This mismatch is a major drawback for the industry. As a result, many of our spinning export cotton yarn while apparel garment manufacturer have to import fabric. India still is importing fabric. We are not able to make high quality fabric. You know, fabric क्या होता है? What is fabric? Do you know fabric? Anyone can reply what is fabric? Do you know about fabric? फैब्रिक बताएंगे अनुष्का वर्मा। अनुष्का, आर यू हियरिंग मी? सो व्हाट डू अंडरस्टैंड अबाउट फैब्रिक? ये फैब्रिक क्या होता है? Yes, very good. Before stitching, before making garment, whatever the cloth we get, तो जो क्लॉथ होता है, जो कपड़ा होता है, आफ्टर निटिंग, आफ्टर वीविंग, बुनाई करने के बाद हमें एक कपड़ा मिलता है। जस्ट यू कैन विजिट मार्केट प्लेस। आपने देखा होगा कपड़ों की दुकान पे बड़े थान के थान, है ना, जिसको हिंदी में कहते हैं, एक बहुत बड़ा बंडल सा होता है, रोल होता है कपड़े का, वो कपड़ा ही तो फैब्रिक कहलाता है। एंड आफ्टर गेटिंग परचेजिंग अ पीस ऑफ cloth or fabric, just we go to the tailor for stitching or making garment, right? Okay, move further. Yarn is sold at rupees 85 per kg. Very interesting fact. 85 rupees 85 per kg. That is the cost of yarn. What is the cost of yarn? 85 rupees per kg yarn is manufactured on the price of yarn in our country. If it is sold as a trouser, it fetch rupees 800 per kg. And after yarn just is converted to fabric and for prepare or making trouser, जब हम उसी yarn से after knitting, after weaving, we prepare trouser, जब हम trouser बना लेते हैं and weight of the trouser just 1 kg rupees 800 800 per kg, that is the trouser. Okay, the cost of trouser कितनी हो जाती है? 800 per kg. whatever the cloth and fabric, it is the minimum. But nowadays, these days, if you visit the marketplace for purchasing any trouser, any other cloth or garment, you will get more than 800 prices. इससे ज्यादा ही कीमत मिलेगी, ये तो एक मिनिमम बताई गई है. वॉट एवर द प्रॉफिट आर टेकन बाय द रिटेलर्स, शॉपकीपर्स, ट्रेडर्स, not they say at the price of 800, but more than 800 they are selling the product. तो आप देखिए what is difference, how much difference between the raw material and whenever we added value. yarn के बाद जब हमने value को add कर दिया, after making fabric, after making cloths, the value added per kg 85 to 800, 85 to 800. आप देखिए कितनी वैल्यू ऐड कर दी. सो दीज आर द वैल्यू एडेड प्रोसेस है, ईच एंड एवरी स्टेप द वैल्यू इज एडेड है फॉर मेकिंग फाइनल गुड्स. जब कोई भी फाइनल गुड बनाया जाता है तो वैल्यू को ऐड कर दिया जाता है. 85 पर केजी कीमत थी जब यार्न के फॉर्म में था, और वही पर केजी कीमत यहाँ पर 800 हो जाती है व्हेन इट मेक इन द फॉर्म ऑफ क्लॉथ और फैब्रिक. Okay, move further. Although we have made significant increase in the production of goods quality, if we talk about the production of goods quality, certainly it is very advantageous or useful. Long staple cotton 356 lakhs bales of 170 kg each during 2011-12. The need of to import it still felt. It means nowadays, if we are making fabric, still we are importing the fine cloths, fine fabric from foreign country, because of, despite of India is leading producer of yarn, cotton after China, despite of it we are importing the fine fabric from England, other European countries. Because of lack of technology, we are not able to make fabric with higher quality. बहुत अच्छी क्वालिटी का आज भी फैब्रिक नहीं बना पा रहे हैं. So power supply is erratic and machinery needs to be upgraded in the weaving or processing sector. There are two problems are there in our country. India is facing two problems. That is first, erratic technology. It means uh, we have no good machinery, we have no higher technology for the processing of knitting, weaving. हम ना weaving अच्छा कर पा रहे हैं, ना knitting अच्छा कर पा रहे हैं. So other problems are the low output of labor. Whatever the work is done by the working population in the factory, it is very low output. हमारे यहाँ पर जो वर्कर वर्क करते हैं, it could be seen just they are very slow, बड़े slow होते हैं, and they are not able to work with higher quality, और अच्छी क्वालिटी के साथ वर्क भी नहीं कर पाते हैं. So this is the stiff competition with the developed countries like England, USA, Japan and other countries of the world. Okay, move further. Now we will study jute industry. Very important, you know, jute industry. Before we studied about the textile industry, and after studying textile industry, we will study jute industry. Jute industry. You know, India is the largest producer of jute in the world. वर्ल्ड में हम लार्जेस्ट प्रोड्यूसर कहे जाते हैं. इफ यू टॉक अबाउट द रॉ जूट, फर्स्ट रैंक लीडिंग प्रोड्यूसर, हम नंबर 1 पे है दुनिया में इन द सेंस ऑफ प्रोडक्शन ऑफ रॉ मटेरियल, दैट इज रॉ जूट. खेतों में एग्रीकल्चरल एरिया में प्रोडक्शन करते हैं, उसमें हम नंबर 1 पे. बट we are not first ranker, first largest exporter of the world. It means export के फील्ड में we are second exporter. दुनिया में हम सेकंड नंबर पे आते हैं एक्सपोर्ट के फील्ड में. So, which is the first largest country in the sense of export to the world? That is Bangladesh. बांग्लादेश इज द फर्स्ट एक्सपोर्टर. दुनिया में सबसे ज्यादा अगर प्रोडक्शन करने के बाद एक्सपोर्ट करता है वो बांग्लादेश कंट्री है. और हमारे देश में हम प्रोडक्शन तो कर लेते हैं बट आफ्टर प्रोडक्शन वी आर एबल टू मैन्युफैक्चर द जूट आइटम्स, फाइनल प्रोडक्ट्स ऑफ जूट्स, because of this is the time of biodegradable products. Whatever we are using in our everyday life, just we are going to increase pollution or environmental pollution. That's why this is the need of our whatever we are using in everyday life. We have to use such items, such goods which are biodegradable, eco-friendly. So the jute is very important for that. If we are using every item, sir, clothing, fabric, bags, gunny bags, and ropes and other items, sir, manufactured from raw jute, certainly it is biodegradable, it is eco-friendly. That's why all the countries of the world they encourage the production of jute and manufacturing industry of jute product. That is very good indicator for India. ये हमारे देश के लिए एक बहुत ही गुड न्यूज है. कुछ दुनिया वालों ने ये सराहना की है, एनकरेज किया है, मोटिवेट किया है कि एनवायरनमेंट को सेफ रखना है तो हमें कहीं कहीं जूट का यूसेज बढ़ाना होगा, राइट. सो इंडिया इज द लार्जेस्ट प्रोड्यूसर द रॉ जूट एंड जूट गुड्स एंड स्टेट्स एट सेकंड प्लेस इन द एक्सपोर्ट आफ्टर बांग्लादेश. देयर वर अबाउट 80 जूट मिल्स इन इंडिया. हमारे देश में जूट मिल्स की अगर हम संख्या की बात करते हैं दैट वाज 80 जूट मिल्स अकॉर्डिंग टू सेंसस 2010-11, सॉरी अकॉर्डिंग टू द डाटा ऑफ 2011. 2011 के डाटा के अकॉर्डिंग हमारे यहाँ पर 80 मिल्स थे. मोस्ट ऑफ दीज आर लोकेटेड इन द वेस्ट बंगाल. वेस्ट बंगाल में ज्यादा लोकेटेड थे मेनली along the banks of Hooghly river. You know, in West Bengal, very important river that is Hooghly, and Kolkata also is situated on the bank of river Hooghly. Kolkata, that is the mega city of India, is located on the bank of river Hooghly. So a narrow belt 98 kilometer long and 3 kilometer wide. A very narrow belt, wideness only 3 kilometer and distance 98 kilometer on the bank of river Hooghly. Very interesting fact that is coming. The first jute mill was set up near Kolkata in 1859. In our country, first jute mill was installed near Kolkata in 1859 in Risra, at Risra. So after partition 1947, when partition between India and Pakistan in 1947, the jute mill remained in India, but 3/4 of the jute mill producing area went to Bangladesh. Jute mill तो हमारे पास ज्यादा आ गई, but 3/4 area producing of raw jute just in the area of Bangladesh. ये बांग्लादेश के पास चला गया. Move further. Factors responsible for their location. Now very important topic for jute production. जूट की प्रोडक्शन की बात करते हैं दैट इज द फैक्टर. तो फैक्टर की बात आती है इंपॉर्टेंट फैक्टर्स फॉर जूट्स. फैक्टर्स फॉर जूट प्रोडक्शन. जूट इंडस्ट्री की बात करते हैं तो कौन से फैक्टर है दैट इज फर्स्ट फैक्टर प्रॉक्सिमिटी ऑफ द जूट प्रोड्यूसिंग एरिया. नंबर 1 proximity of jute area. In our country, a huge jute production area and favorable climatic condition near or the nearest to ocean, it means sea, Bay of Bengal. Bay of Bengal पास में पड़ जाता है. That's why always it could be seen, it could be observed the moderate climatic condition in West Bengal that is most favorable for production of jute. Okay. So responsible factor for their location in the Hooghly Basin. I told already most of the industry is situated in Hooghly Basin, Hooghly Channel area. So first is proximity of jute producing area. Second is inexpensive. Inexpensive means cheaper. सस्ता जिसको कहेंगे that is water transport. Water transport. For raw material and after manufacturing the jute product we can sell to the world market through port or waterways. So very good water transport facility and also inland waterways, that is the river Hooghly. We can transport through waterways the total industrial area of West Bengal. Okay. Next important factor, that is the good network of railways. Overall, we can say network of transport. ट्रांसपोर्ट का नेटवर्क बहुत अच्छा है. Either we talk about the highways, railways, waterways, everything is very good in the sense of transportation for the jute production and jute export or import. Right. Next important factor, that is the abundant water supply for processing of jute. Abundant, you know, abundant means there is no scarcity of water. बहुतायत है पानी की. Abundant water for jute processing. Whatever the jute processing at the time of manufacturing of jute products, before it we have to clear and washing of the jute. जूट को वॉश करना पड़ता है, कलर करना पड़ता है, केमिकल कलर करना पड़ता है. दैट इज द रिक्वायरमेंट फॉर जूट इंडस्ट्रीज. इट मींस abundant water supply from Hooghly rivers and also there is no scarcity of water in the sense of underground water, है ना. तो वाटर की कमी नहीं है वहां पर. नेक्स्ट है दैट इज इंपॉर्टेंट लेबर. नेक्स्ट फैक्टर लेबर और लेबर. Level very important factor which influence the industrial region of West Bengal. In the West Bengal region, most of the persons they are laborer. Just they are living his her life below poverty line. That's why a very cheaper labor is available in the area of Hooghly Basin and the area of West Bengal, and one more, that is the port facility. Okay, number 6, port. You know port? Port means bandargah, harbors. So ports are facilitated for export and import. After manufacturing the jute product, we can export to foreign from Kolkata port. Very popular and very important nearest port, that is Kolkata. So these are the influencing factor which influence the increasement and the encouragement for the production of jute product in West Bengal in our country, India. Okay, move further. In 2010-11, 2010 और 11 में the jute industry was supporting 3.7 lakh workers. अगर हम जूट इंडस्ट्री की बात करते हैं, इट वाज सपोर्टेड बाय 3.7 लाख वर्कर्स. हाउ मच abundant labor is working in this field in West Bengal region. आप सोचिए कि वेस्ट बंगाल में कितनी बड़ी तादाद में the employment is generated only for the settlement, only for the installment of factory for manufacturing item of jute. So another 40 lakhs is small and marginal farmers. Apart from it, 40 lakhs are small farmers or the marginal farmers who were engaged in the cultivation of jute and mesta. The similar product, the similar raw material of jute, that is the mesta. So most of the farmers they are engaged in the cultivated area of jute and mesta. Many people were associated indirectly. And apart from production in the field area, so many more people, they are engaged indirectly for jute processing, jute industry, jute raw material from field. Now we talk about the challenges of this industry in West Bengal. वेस्ट बंगाल में इस इंडस्ट्री के चैलेंजेस क्या आ रहे हैं? व्हाट आर द चैलेंजेस? अगर हम चैलेंजेस की बात करते हैं, so challenges faced by the industry include stiff competition. These days, not only our country India but most of the countries of the world, if they are developing countries, certainly due to the lack of technology, they are facing a very big challenge, that is the competition. Competition, we are not able to manufacture with high quality product. Despite of it, we are not able to sell in the world market due to the low quality product. So in the international market, from the synthetic substitute and from other competitors like Bangladesh, Brazil, Philippines, Egypt and Thailand, these are the competitors with India. You know, nowadays you can see so many items can be seen in the marketplace made by synthetic material. So synthetic material is very harmful for environment. Synthetic material environment के लिए बहुत ही harmful होता है. That's why most of the person who are the weaker section prefer to purchase synthetic item because of the low rate. They deny, they refuse to purchase the item made by jute. जूट का बना हुआ प्रोडक्ट महंगा होता है, एक्सपेंसिव होता है. So this is the challenge before the jute industry. Second challenge, that is